think many of you have heard about Alcatraz, the most famous prison in American history, which was built on an island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, surrounded by freezing cold water and deadly currents. The United States government said, "Nobody gets out of here." 3 men said, "Hold my spoon." Before we talk about the escape, you need to understand what Alcatraz actually was. It was not just a regular prison. It was where America sent its worst of the worst, the criminals that every other prison had already given up on. Al Capone served time here. Machine Gun Kelly was here. If you ended up on Alcatraz, you had done something seriously wrong, and you were not leaving. Now, meet Frank Morris, born in Washington, D.C., orphaned at age 11, by age 13, already convicted of his first crime, by age 16, already made his first successful prison escape. The government kept catching him and putting him in harder and harder prisons. It did not work. He kept getting out, so in 1960, they sent him to Alcatraz. Federal officials documented his IQ as 133. For context, that is higher than 98% of the entire population. And there were the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence, sons of poor Georgia farmers, 2 of 14 children. They started with small crimes, burglary, moved up to bank robbery, and kept trying to escape every prison they landed in. The authorities thought putting them in Alcatraz would finally stop them. What they actually did was put 2 professional escape artists in the same prison as a genius. December 1961. Morris, the Anglin brothers, and a 4th inmate named Alan West start planning. They work every evening from 5:30 to 9 p.m., just before lights out. They steal spoons from the dining hall and use them to chip away at the concrete walls of their cells. They build a drill from a vacuum cleaner motor. The sound of drilling is covered every single night by Morris, playing the accordion. Guards walked past those cells hundreds of times, not one of them ever noticed. While digging through the walls, they are also building something else, dummy heads, made from soap, toilet paper, plaster, painted flesh tone and decorated with real human hair, collected from the prison barber shop. They even gave the heads nicknames, Oink and Oscar. These heads needed to fool the night guards doing bed checks. Looking at these photographs today, you can see why it worked. By May 1962, the walls are through, but they still need to cross San Francisco Bay. So they build a raft from over 50 stolen raincoats, stitched and glued together over months. They build life vests from the same material. Everything is hidden above the cell block ceiling in a secret workshop space the guards never once checked in 6 months of construction. June 11, 1962, 10 p.m. Morris, the Anglin brothers, and a 4th inmate named Alan West start planning. They place their dummy heads in the beds, pull the blankets up, then climb through the holes in their walls into the utility corridor behind the cells. Alan West, the 4th man, cannot get his wall open in time. He stays behind. The other 3 climb pipes to the roof, squeeze through a ventilation shaft, slide 50 feet down the outside of the building, cut through barbed wire, and reach the water. 6 a.m., guard Bill Long starts his morning routine. He knocks on Morris's cell bars. The figure in the bed does not move. He looks closer, reaches through the bars, and pushes the head. It rocks unnaturally. He picks it up. It is hollow plaster. He looks at the cell wall. There's a hole. The prison goes immediately into lockdown. FBI floods the investigation immediately. Within 2 days, they find a waterproof packet of letters and family photos near the shore, sealed in rubber. Then paddle pieces, bits of rubber inner tube, a fragment of the raincoat raft washing up on nearby Angel Island, their intended first stop. They were so close, but no bodies. Not one, not anywhere. The Bay current could have taken them anywhere.
In 2015, the Dutch National Institute for Sea Research ran a computer simulation of the exact tidal conditions on the night of June 11, 1962. Their conclusion? If the men left before midnight, the tide would have carried them directly toward the Golden Gate Bridge and onto the Marin County shore. They could have made it.
In 2015, YouTuber Mark Rober recreated the escape using the exact same materials. He made it. Then in 2013, a handwritten letter arrives at San Francisco Police Department. The writer says, "My name is John Anglin. I escaped from Alcatraz in June 1962 with my brother Clarence and Frank Morris. I am 83 years old and in bad shape. I have cancer. Yes, we all made it that night, but barely." He offered to turn himself in exchange for medical treatment and 1 year in prison. The FBI tested the letter. The results came back inconclusive. FBI never heard from him again. The flowers kept arriving at the Anglin family home long after the escape. 2 tall men in heavy makeup attended their mother's funeral. The case is still officially open. Alcatraz closed permanently less than 1 year after 3 men vanished from it. Whatever really happened on that June night, nobody has ever proven it either way.